When the cold of winter hits the Mushroom Kingdom, the races are sure to heat up considerably. Mario Kart is renowned for being incredibly accessible to pretty much every type of player and skill level, and its assortment of tracks are seldom dull and always exciting. This top 10 list is all about the latter, specifically the winter-themed tracks that won't leave you in the cold. Instead, you'll most likely warm up to them quite quickly. We begin this countdown of winter-based Mario Kart tracks with the first fully 3D entry in the series, Mario Kart 64 and its Sherbet Land track. Sherbet Land in Mario Kart 64 sees Mario and the Mushroom Kingdom crew visit a massive lake-like track, similar to Vanilla Lake from Super Mario Kart. There's cracks in the ice that can be leaped over with proper timing and speed, and the closer to the center of the lake you are when you leap, the more seconds you can shave off your time, though it's understandably also riskier. Penguins surround the lake, sliding around back and forth, and also calling a column-filled cavernous corridor their home. Racers would do well to not bump into one as they waddle around each icy pillar in the cave. Sherbet Land would return in Mario Kart Wii as a retro track, that's where all this footage comes from, and it allowed players like myself to appreciate this icy race course once more. While it was a quite enjoyable and enthralling track in Mario Kart Super Circuit, we're going to be talking about Snowland's fully 3D form in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. Most of the Super Circuit tracks saw their remakes in Mario Kart Tour become simpler in design, and these same simpler designs carried over into the Booster Course Pass. Regardless, even so, Snowland sees racers speed along the winter wonderland under perfect pink skies, careening around icy turns and snowbanks, and even racing around the central lake where those darn cute and familiar penguins originally from Super Mario 64 dive in and out of. Mind the gaps so you can weave through without spinning out. Add in multiple new shortcuts, and Snowland in the Booster Course Pass might not have the complex design of its Super Circuit original, but it holds its own as a delightful track all the same. Whether in its Mario Kart 7 original form or more notably in its Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Glow-Up, Rosalina's Ice World is a track full of hazards and slippery goodness to enjoy. From the start of the track, you can see familiar planets from Super Mario Galaxy in the stratosphere. Racers tear around a precarious curve with no railing on its inside before reaching a penguin town full of igloos and other homes halfway through the track. One can stay on top of the ice for a slippery ride, or opt to travel underwater and see the aquatic life underneath, such as the aforementioned penguins. The home stretch features a cavern full of icicles, stalagmites, and more, as well as two possible routes to take, one a shortcut with a bunch of boost pads, the other a longer way around, all leading back into the open outside air where the finish line awaits and greets racers. As you'll see from this list, Mario Kart 8 and its Deluxe Edition have no shortage of excellent tracks to choose from. Of course, when a game has 48 tracks, plus 48 more, it sort of makes sense. Regardless, one of the then new tracks featured in one of the two DLC packs of the Wii U original Mario Kart 8, and included wholesale as part of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, is Ice Ice Outpost. This is a unique track located in an Arctic outpost surrounded by icebergs, ships, and ocean. The uniqueness of the track comes from how almost the entirety of the track is comprised of two paths that cross over one another multiple times. There are plenty of points and opportunities where you can change paths on the fly, and even some dangerous shortcut possibilities to take in the process. Then there's the enjoyable anti-gravity to engage with, making for one race that seldom lacks challenge and always has fierce competition. The lone track example from the DS is cleverly titled Mario Kart DS. DK Pass is a ride through the eponymous mountainside pass, filled with snow, snowmen, snowballs, and racers to overcome. DK Pass features a multitude of twists and turns, some without railing to save you in case you monkey around too much, and hazards to avoid. The most notable of which are the gigantic rolling snowballs that can clobber unassuming racers like a bowling ball knocking down pins. Sometimes you're going against the path of snowballs, like on the ride up the pass, while on the ride down you're driving with them. Either way, it's a precarious place to be. DK Pass is especially enjoyable in Mario Kart 7, where this footage comes from, for how in the first 2 laps the race is covered with a thick blanket of snow. By the 3rd lap, the sun pierces through the clouds and the snow lets up, revealing a clearer and brighter view of this rocky and rowdy winter-based track. Mario Kart World's version of DK Pass opens up some shortcut potential and brings the great Gorilla's Mario Kart DS track back in all its beautiful glory. Another Donkey Kong themed winter-based track, DK Summit, originally comes from Mario Kart Wii, and this game in the series introduced the awesome ability to trick off ramps and other elevation changes to get a speed boost. And also, it just looks mad cool while you're doing it. What makes DK Summit so much fun is that it gives ample opportunity to try out this then new mechanic, and does so with great generosity. Almost immediately after the starting line, you're rocketed through the air to the top of the summit through a large barrel cannon. Then, your only recourse is a windy and equally wild ride down the slopes, avoiding chasms, players, and other dangers as you trick off slopes, half-pipes, and more. It's riveting to say the least and makes for one seriously enjoyable track to go ape on. Especially if you opt to take one of the riskier intended shortcuts within the game. You're just showing off now, DK. It wouldn't be a Mario Kart list without mentioning the unique experiment in the series, Mario Kart Double Dash. Whether playing the GameCube original version of Sherbet Land, not to be confused with the previously listed Nintendo 64 track of the same name, or diving, literally at times, into the track's retro revival in Mario Kart 8, Sherbet Land is a slippery ride through a winter wonderland. Racers drift across a skating rink featuring Shy Guys living their best lives, then into a crystal cavern, out to a curvy patch of road surrounded by thick snowbanks, and finally, weaving through a giant patch of ice where Freezies from the arcade Mario Bros. Game make their homes. And yes, they can indeed put the chill onto whomever foolishly decides to brush up against them. It's a particularly cozy track, with lovely holiday lights flashing around, and the song played only amplifies this festive feeling. Speaking of feeling particularly festive, we move on to a track that originally debuted in Mario Kart Tour and was featured in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. It's so satisfying of a track that it arrives at the number 3 spot on this list. It's Mario Kart Tour's Merry Mountain, a wholly original track that first appeared in the Winter Tour in the game. Nothing else rivals the festive feel of this track, whether you're starting out in the Christmas village where the start and finish line is, weaving through the windy paths, either taking the ground path or the more elevated wooden railway to reach the top of the mountain. At the top, you of course have nowhere to go but down, offering plenty of opportunities to trick off ramps, collect coins being tossed out by a toad-driven sleigh in the sky, and making your way back down to the finish. It's a truly terrific track, and again, no better embodies the holiday spirit and feel within a Mario Kart game. While we're on the subject of Mario Kart Tour, Sky High Sundae initially debuted in the mobile Mario Kart entry close to the same date as its arrival in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. However, it was one of the clunkier implementations of a Mario Kart Tour track, despite its incredible ice cream-styled theming. With Mario Kart World's inclusion of Sky High Sundae, not only has the track been made all the more exciting and impressive, but it's simply put one of the best tracks in the series. It's a highly technical track with ample tricking opportunities where players can pull off some insane time-saving stunts. There are so many possible routes to take, walls to ride, and rails to grind that it can be a bit overwhelming at first. As players warm up to this Frosty-themed track, the potential for awesome rises. Mario Kart World's version of Sky High Sundae is a phenomenal transformation of what was once considered, at best, an average track, and one of the weaker races within the Booster Course Pass. This aforementioned transformation puts it at a cool number 2 on the countdown. not just my favorite winter-themed Mario Kart track, but one of my favorite tracks in any Mario Kart game period, Mount Wario, which debuted in Mario Kart 8, is unlike any other track on this list. Rather than being 3 laps, it's divided up into 3 parts, as racers start at the top of the titular mountain, dropping in from the back of an airplane and driving all the way down to the base of the mountain. Along the way are slippery slopes, a river running through a cavern, a dam, a dangerous section filled with trees to weave through, and the final section, a segment made up of ski jumps and moguls to traverse as you make your way to the finish line, where your adoring public awaits to cheer you on. This entire race is like a big adventure, one pulse-pounding thrill ride that, like any great ride at an amusement park, is one that you'll want to immediately go on again soon after completing it. This is how the best Mario Kart tracks make me feel, and Mount Wario is one of the tops for me in this department. It also tops this list of winter-themed Mario Kart tracks. Just like a Christmas present, I'm wrapping this countdown up. However, the conversation doesn't have to end here. Hit me up with your thoughts on your favorite winter-based Mario Kart tracks in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps support the channel, and I do appreciate it immensely. Until next time, have a super day and happy holidays.